Well, welcome back to the Shell podcast here at WeBank Live, the Expo show here in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas. I'm Brian Hall, one of the managers of Supplier Diversity, Small Business Programming and Diversity Outreach. And I'm here actually to introduce my pal, my colleague, my bud. He's a little taller than me, but that's all he's got on me. But it's Mr. Donovan Casanave, my partner in crime in the supplier diversity space. He's also manager of supplier diversity and outreach.
Absolutely.
In this segment, we are actually going to spend a little time talking with, I call her a student entrepreneur. We're all students, but she's probably saying, I'm gainfully employed. But she's actually a member of last year's WeBank Student Entrepreneurship Program. And she won the pitch competition, and she's back here to support her peers and colleagues and have fun with the WeBank experience as well. So Donovan's actually going to take this segment on and actually ask both of us some questions about this whole student entrepreneurship experience. Donovan?
Absolutely. So thank you, Brian. So I'm really, really happy to be here in Austin, sunny Austin, Texas, as my esteemed colleague Brian Hall has said. I'm really excited to be sitting here with Miss Alexandria Johnson, who was the winner of last year's WeBank Student Entrepreneurship Program. And I am just watching her in action, and I'm just seeing the evolution of this phenomenal star that has been made right in front of Brian and I's eyes. And on behalf of Shell Oil Company, I want to congratulate you once again.
Thank you.
I think you're doing a wonderful job. I think you did a great job last year, and I think what my attempt is to just kind of get you to elaborate a little bit more as to what this meant to you. So Brian indicated that this is something that Shell has been pushing for the last, 4 years, Brian?
4 years.
4 years, and we are continuously getting bigger and better, right, Brian?
Yeah.
You would say that. So what my attempts are is just to get you both to kind of talk a little bit about what this is. Why is it important to us? So Shell Supply Diversity Group is very supportive in what we call STEAM Student Entrepreneurship Program. So just to give you a little bit of background, everybody's familiar with STEM, which stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. So this year we were creative and we put the A in it, right?
Right.
So it's Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Mathematics.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I would like to hear from you, Brian, first, just to say, why is this important to Shell? Out of, there's a lot of ways that we could be spending our time right now. What's the value add for us investing in the lives of our youth?
Well, great question, Donovan, and it's not too often that we step back to reflect on why do we do things, because everyone's busy doing something. The real short answer would be that it's important to me and Shell because my boss said it was.
Always important, right?
But Deborah Stewart, our director of supplier diversity and all, she spelled it out really eloquently on Sunday. She spoke to the fact that, and I'll just repeat that because it's not something I can make up, is that there is a need in not only in our corporation and in our industry for us to continue to fill the pipeline of diverse talent and diverse suppliers.
Great
And
point.
so when you think about the fact that we are invested strategically with an organization like WeBank, it was really key for us as a corporation to grow in how we leverage WeBank.
Excellent.
And what we ended up doing was having an open-hearted conversation with WeBank saying, hey, it's not about sponsoring luncheons, it's not about sponsoring galas, it's not about sponsoring, anything like that. It's really about how do we build something? How do we cause something to be built? And so through the encouragement and backdrop of WeBank, it was we realized that this platform should be used for building the future suppliers that are focused on, interested in, excited by, and talented in science, technology, engineering, arts, and math.
Well
and
said.
Therefore, there's the program.
Well said, Brian, and I really, really appreciate how articulate you are on behalf of one of the largest energy industries in the world. And so I want to shift over a little bit and start talking to you, Alexandria. So, the candid question out there that everybody wants to know is, what's the significance of being last year's STEAM scholarship recipient? What has it done in your life?
Well, first I would like to say thank you, for the opportunity. I just graduated from Howard University, where I received my Bachelor's of Science in Chemistry and Mathematics.
Congratulations for that.
Thank you. So upon graduating, being an entrepreneur is not something, I thought of, or even considered. I'd never even written a business proposal. But this opportunity really helped me sit down and think about, current events that are happening in our world and how could I change it and how could I go about doing so. And that's where my business pitch, idea was born. So, I was able to write the proposal, make the pitch, and be the scholarship recipient. It was truly an awesome experience. I didn't come to the conference thinking, oh, I'm going to win. I was really just trying to gain more information and become more confident and, network with a lot more people. But I got a lot more out of it, and I definitely appreciate that. So.
That's awesome. Well said, Alexandra. So here's something that Brian and I have become more and more familiar with. In our space, we always talk about aha moments. So what's your biggest aha moments? Maybe from last year, or maybe from your experience so far in this space. So what is something right now that you did not know that's a shocker that's helped you to develop into this phenomenal person that's sitting between us?
I think one thing that has really helped me is to have confidence in myself. When I have that confidence, I get that aha moment or feeling that, I can do anything that I put my mind to. So it's really just learning to have my confidence in myself.
That's so well said. So I'm going to shift it back over. My last question for Mr. Brian Hall. So Brian, you're really, really big and you're very involved in getting more people to be mentors to these phenomenal students. So let me just ask, what's the job of a mentor and why is that important?
Well, I'm going to add a little context if you don't mind, Donovan, but good question. First of all, this program is really around how does WeBank, using WeBank's wonderful programming team and staff, really go out and help recruit women that have the capacity to get to where Alexandra has gone in just a short time I've known her. And so they go out and they look for these students around the country, focusing a lot on where the convention or conference is, hoping to impact more students that are local to that, and bringing them in to get exposed to this WeBank network.
Absolutely.
And so when you think about getting someone who's got an idea or wants to have an idea or even has a product or service that they want to build on, just getting them exposure to all of these business owners who've been in business for a year or 25 years and getting them in that space off of their campus was really a no-brainer, right? But the part that I think really became much more important over the 4 years is that we can throw the best business owner in this environment that's been in business for 20 years, and you could go crazy on the trade floor of WeBank because there's so much going on. And see, we realized that in order to help the students really get that best experience, a more strategic approach, without missing the fun part of it and the happenstance part of it, but you needed a mentor. Awesome. And so it was critical to not only assign them a WBE mentor, but also a corporate mentor. And I will let Alexandra and I'll let the others tell you how valuable that is. But it was a collaborative approach.
Well, that is phenomenal, Brian. Thank you so much, Brian, for being a part of this streamlined, well-streamlined WeBank, just conversation and dialogue. Alexandria, I know you're off to just a phenomenal future, and Brian and I could not be more elated to have you join us once again, and just to have you as a great example that this actually works.
We want to hire her.
Yeah, we need to hire her.
We're going to get her the next job.
So now that is the conclusion of this session, and we're gonna be back in a few minutes just to get a little bit initiated with a supplier. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Donovan. Awesome. Good job.